Hi there, Crystal here. You're welcome to my channel. I make lifestyle, natural hair, beauty, chit chat videos. If this is your first time seeing me, please consider subscribing, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always clicking to watch my videos. Now today, I have a very interesting topic to talk about. I have a very interesting thing to talk to you guys about. Guess what it is? Guess what it is? Guess. Edges. Where are your edges? No, where are they? Do your edges look like this? Or like this? Or like this? Whatever the case, you are in the right place, and I'm so glad you clicked to watch this video. Today I'm going to be telling you ways that you can grow your edges back as quickly as possible. So if that's something you're interested in learning, if that's something you're interested in knowing, then definitely keep on watching. For me, the first thing to do if you're trying to grow your edges back is to please avoid tight hairstyles. Now, some hairstyles are really not protective styles, guys. Please, if your edges are currently sparse or they're very thin, or you're just dealing with maybe your hairline is receding or something like that, please avoid tight hairstyles. Avoid hairstyles that require your stylist to pick all your front hair that you are trying to grow, that you are trying to preserve. Million braids are not protected. Million braids is not a good style. Senegalese twists, I know they're cute, but they're very damaging to your edges. Ghana weaving is cute, but it's very damaging to your edges. So if you're trying to grow out your edges, please avoid tight hairstyles or any tension around your edges. And even when you do like braids, normal braids, try to leave your edges alone. Try to do like brush, that is, try to start not from like the beginning of your edges. That's what I always do when I get braids done. I always leave my edges alone. So that's the first thing. The first step when you've decided, oh, you want to grow your edges back, is to leave them alone and avoid tight hairstyles. Scalp massaging. Now, I use this scalp massager right here. Scalp massaging changed the game for me. Now, you will feel like scalp massaging is one cumbersome thing. No, it's very easy. You just need to get a scalp massager, or if you don't have one, you can use your fingers, and you just need to massage your edges every day. Like 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day will not hurt, but always do that with an oil. The thing about scalp massaging is that it helps blood flow. It improves blood flow, you know, and when blood flows more, your hair has a tendency to grow out more. So believe me, if you will start today, scalp massage with a good oil every day for a month, along with other good hair practices, trust me, you will see good results. Okay, so add scalp massaging to your daily whatever hair care routine, and you will definitely see good results from that. Next thing I'm going to talk about is oils. Since we just talked about scalp massaging, your scalp massaging should go with some form of oil. Don't just rub, because then you're going to cause friction and then your edges are going to disappear. Scalp massaging, you should massage your scalp with a good oil. Now, for edges, if you're trying to grow your edges back, believe it or not, I know some people don't believe it, but castor oil really does work. It's not a lie when people come on here and say castor oil grows hair, castor oil helps hair grow thicker. It's not a lie, especially Jamaican black castor oil. I don't know about the normal castor oil, that's the white one or the transparent one. I don't really know about that, but JBCO works excellently. Please try it out if you're currently struggling with your edges. The oils that I will recommend that you try out. You can even mix. Castor oil is a very thick oil normally, so you can mix it with peppermint oil or tea tree oil. Peppermint oil, tea tree oil, they're sort of like antiseptic oils. They have very when you put it on your scalp, it has like a tingling effect, which is good. It also aids blood circulation, blood flow, and that way your hair also gets to grow. So consider getting yourself castor oil, tea tree oil, peppermint oil, and doing a little mix and applying it on your edges as much as you can. Please, when you get peppermint oil or tea tree oil, they're mainly essential oils. Essential oils need to be diluted. Don't just apply it directly to your scalp. Please always mix with a carrier oil, like maybe olive oil, jojoba oil, coconut oil, or like I said, castor oil, when you're doing your scalp massages. Okay? You can do for your edges, especially if your hairline is receding or you just lost a lot of hair there, maybe from, like I said, tight hairstyles or something like that, is to try ginger and onions. Ginger and onions really change the game for me. It really helps. This mix contains sulfur, and sulfur is very good for hair, and it promotes hair growth. It's just like when we were younger, we used to use sulfur 8. Actually, some people still use it. Sulfur 8, Damatol, all those things contain sulfur, and that's why you have that tingling effect when you use them. But imagine getting just the natural, undiluted, unadulterated sulfur. So definitely try using ginger and onion juice on your hair, rubbing it into your hair for a while, and be consistent with it, and definitely, trust me, you'll see results. Another thing that's very important is that you must, it's not an option, you have to use a satin or silk scarf or bonnet. Guys, I've noticed that a lot of people really don't use a satin scarf or silk scarf or bonnet when they're going to bed. And you need to be careful the kind of material you get. Not all the material that some of you are using for your bonnets are acceptable. Please make sure it's either satin or silk. Make sure that you know exactly what you're buying when you're buying a bonnet. Now, if you don't want to use a bonnet because some people say it's not cute, then you should consider investing in a silk pillowcase. That way, when you lay down to sleep, your edges and your hair still protected, because there will be no friction. If you just sleep like that on a cotton pillowcase, trust me, your edges are going to be gone with the wind. So please try to invest in either a satin or silk bonnet, silk pillowcase, or a scarf. If you use a scarf, try to make sure that the scarf is not too tight. Imagine you're trying to grow your hair and you're like, okay, yes, I've applied my oil, I've done my scalp massage, I've gotten my my scarf. Now you tie your scarf so tight that you are even having headache. That's counterproductive, because even though you've done everything right, there's too much tension along your hairline, and that will still lead to loss of edges. So please do everything in moderation. If you're going to use a scarf, make sure you tie it not too tightly, just enough for it to be secure. Okay? Another thing is, if you're having issues with your edges, please try to avoid laying your edges every day. Now, personally, I do not lay my edges every day. I have days where I just leave my edges in their natural kinky state, and I'm not stupid for doing so. Sometimes you just need to leave your edges alone. If you're somebody that is trying to grow your edges because your edges are currently in a bad state, then you really shouldn't be laying your edges every single day. Trying to slick it down with gel, with what's it called? Trying to slick it down with gel, trying to slick it down with edge control, it's not going to help you. Edge control, I don't really have anything against edge control, but I'm definitely against using it every single day, especially if you're trying to grow out your edges. There are products in edge control that might not necessarily be good for your edges, and apart from that, you are manipulating your edges too much. If you have to lay your edges every day you want to step out of the house, then it's a problem, and your edges will probably not grow back, because every day you are taking your brush, whether it's a toothbrush or a normal brush, and you're brushing your edges, trying to swoop it, trying to do your baby hair. Your baby hair is going to this side and your baby hair is going to this side, and you're trying to grow your edges. That's not going to work. So please, 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 and please, I'm not saying don't lay your edges at all, but moderation. There should be moderation. Everything should be done in moderation. Okay, so if you're trying to grow your edges, try to avoid trying to do your baby hairs every single day. It's not going to help you at all. Another thing that I'm going to say about edges is that edges, the hair on your edges, I don't know if you've noticed, it's not the same as the hair on the remaining part of your hair. It's really delicate, really fragile, and any little thing will make it snap. So therefore, be very gentle, be very go easy on your edges. Try not to do too much to your edges. The way you're handling the rest of your hair is not the same way you should be handling your edges, because your edges, that's why your edges will never grow. Your edges will never grow as long as the rest of your hair. You know, you just need to try your best to be very, very, very gentle with it. Treat it like baby hair, is like very fragile. Natural hair on its own is quite fragile. Then imagine edges of natural hair, how fragile it would be, and even relaxed hair too, the edges are still fragile. So please handle your edges in a gentle manner. Handle your edges with care. Finally, I'm going to talk about hairstyles, because the first tip I gave was that you should avoid tight hairstyles. Another thing is that when you do styles that are seen to be protective, you still need to be careful. For example, when you do buns like the bun that I have right now, or any other type of protective style with your hair or with extensions, you need to be careful. For example, with this bun, you need to be careful to make sure that you are not pulling on your edges. The thing about edges is that it's so fragile that you have to be conscious about them. You have to consciously remind yourself that you should not do anything that is going to damage your edges. Try not to pull your hair in the same direction all the time, in direction where there is tension on your edges. I don't know if that makes sense. Try to switch up your styles. I don't mean changing your hairstyle every day. For example, if you're doing a bun this week that is going this way, you can change the direction of the bun, maybe make it a low bun, maybe do a ponytail, just so that the direction you're brushing your hair to is not always one, because if it's like that, there's so much tension and then your edges will fall off. I don't know if that makes sense, but it does make sense if you think about it. I hope this video has been helpful. I hope you have learned ways that you can regrow your edges. Now guys, depending on what caused your hair loss, if it's alopecia, there are two types of alopecia. I think I will do a standalone video to talk about that. I don't want to add that in this video so it's not too long. So we know exactly what we're dealing with. So I'm going to have a video up soon enough talking about alopecia, the types of alopecia, and whether they can be treated or not. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you learned something. Please, 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 please don't forget to like this video, don't forget to comment, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.